This rescuer was called on to save a puppy, but she discovered something more heartbreaking. The Californian Animal Rescue Team responded swiftly to a call regarding a stray puppy in the summer of 2017, and that is exactly what they found. However, the abandoned female was not the only dog the party found in distress that day. As the call-out progressed, the rescue volunteers came across 2 more mutts, and all 3 were hungry and homeless, and in dire need of the rescuers' help. The volunteers in question all worked for Hope for Paws, a nonprofit animal rescue charity based in Los Angeles. Eldad Hager and his wife Audrey founded Paws back in 2008. Since then, the organization has grown in stature, but nevertheless, Hagar still likes to get hands-on as an active on-site animal rescuer. And Paws hosts a very handy website in which the charity sums up its mission statement. It states, "We rescue dogs and all other animals who are suffering on the streets and in the shelters." But the organization is about more than just saving abandoned animals. It also strives to prevent pets being kicked to the curb in the first place by targeting people's ignorance. Indeed, Paws' website statement continues, "Our goal is to educate people on the importance of companion animals in our society." But of course, there's no shortage of direct rescue missions in the meantime, such as the one undertaken in August 2017. Happily, the hands-on Hagar had a camera on hand that day and was able to capture the whole episode on video. He subsequently shared the clip on YouTube so we can all share in the rescue attempt. The footage opens by revealing how the charity crew were first alerted to a furry soul in need. Hope for Paws was contacted about a homeless dog living in an industrial area. A caption on the video informs, apparently the filming Hagar and his colleagues Loretta Frankenite and Lisa Arturo heeded the call and rushed to the scene. The Paws trio tracked the female pup down to a commercial district with a busy road running through it. Needless to say, such an area is seriously dangerous for a stray animal. Indeed, heedless traffic can be seen in Hagar's footage. Luckily, the volunteers spot the puppy in peril, hiding under a parked car. We see Frankenite hunker down and throw pieces of cheeseburger on the ground beside the auto in an attempt to tempt the tiny tyke out. Despite any hunger, however, the little dog fails to take the bait. The small stray is clearly terrified of people, for as soon as Frankenite approaches, the abandoned Bow Wow beats a retreat. Another caption pops up on the screen concerning the call-out saying, "We were told she has been living on the street for months, but wouldn't allow anyone to touch her." This certainly seems the case as the mini mutt makes her escape. In fact, the shy stray is so small that the Paws team called her Shrimp, but she proves to be so skittish that she is not keen to let her would-be rescuers anywhere near her. A further caption informs us, minutes later the dog walked into a parking lot and we worked quietly to secure the area. To be more specific, we see that the Paws people have cleverly erected a small plastic fence around the cars parked in the lot to prevent another breakout. We then see the volunteers move in on Shrimp, who is cowering under one particular car. However, the Paws trio next get an excellent opportunity to get their hands on Shrimp when she emerges from under her hiding place and strays into a corner. Arturo does not waste this chance, and we see her loop a soft snare over the little hound's head. The rescue worker secures the doggo, who consequently tries to abscond back under the auto. Nevertheless, the snare holds firm and prevents the pupper from fleeing too far. And not only does the snare keep Shrimp from running, it also allows Arturo to gently manipulate the mutt to where the volunteer wants her. The puppy protests loudly with some yowling yelps, but she runs right into the waiting and safe arms of Hagar. Another caption tells us, "After a couple of stressful seconds, I put little Shrimp in my lap." Furthermore, it informs us that it is Frankenite who proceeds to slip a lucky leash over Shrimp's head. This gaily colored accessory is a favored piece of Hope for Paws equipment. Indeed, the charity raises funds by selling the item on its website, and we can see that the lucky leash has an almost instantly calming effect on the furry fortunate. Shrimp seems to realize that she is now in safe hands, and even allows her rescuers to pet her. Happily, Shrimp soon seems to discover that she quite likes the affection, and makes no more attempts to escape. We hear Hagar explain, "I don't even bother taking a shower before these rescues." The team leader, Frankenite, and Arturo subsequently put the pup in their rescue vehicle, but it turns out that the threesome's day is far from done. Apparently, the volunteers have seen someone else while they were snaring Shrimp. Hagar's next video caption explains the situation in more detail. While in the middle of Shrimp's rescue, we notice another dog running down the street, so Loretta and I went to investigate. Evidently, there is another abandoned animal out there for the Pupper Patrol to pluck from the streets. We find out that this second female stray is actually in the care of a pair of people living rough in LA. Hagar explains in a caption, "The couple did feed the puppy, but being homeless themselves, they knew they couldn't care for her properly." We hear the Paws party offer to take the little dog off their hands, and the couple readily consent. The rescue team thank the couple for their generosity, and we find out that this second canine is called Caviar. Nevertheless, it is obvious that this poor little pupper has not enjoyed a life of luxury. The homeless couple told the tragic tale to the Paws volunteers, and they pass it on to us via the next caption. It reads, "We were told that Caviar's little brother had been killed by a car earlier that week, so we were happy to have her safe with us." Yet despite already having 2 rescued dogs in the car, the Hope for Paws team's work is not quite finished for the day. Before they can reach the animal hospital, where they were planning to get Shrimp and Caviar checked out, the volunteers have one more stop to make. Paws' third distress call of the day is a beautiful white adult dog named Delphina, and we see her in the back of the rescue car with her lucky leash on. A veterinarian subsequently checked over Shrimp and Caviar, who were both pronounced good to go. Hagar's video does not make it clear what happened to Delphina, but presumably she was given a clean bill of health too. The YouTube footage then cuts to another scene, vastly different from the grimness of the previous industrial site's scenes. Indeed, the next frame shows Caviar and Shrimp living it up in the garden of a foster home, enjoying their new carefree existence to the full. The puppers seem so full of joy and happiness that they almost look like completely different dogs. Both rescued animals are filmed racing around, playing with their foster family, and getting showered with lots of love and affection. Thanks to Hope for Paws, a trio of strays were pulled safely off the streets that August day and given a second chance at a better life. And although we did not get to see Delphina's final destination, all 3 dogs were subsequently put up for adoption on the charity's Facebook page. If you want to support the Paws cause, check out the charity's official website here for all the ways in which you can.